Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Factorio with Doofus K. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, this game is very friendly to walk away from, and that's exactly what I did here. And as you can see, things kind of got piled up here. And this is going to happen quite a lot. Now, what happened here was I don't have any inserters to take iron off of the line here, so you can see that we've got kind of a backup going, but that's fine. So let me just hoover up all this stuff here. Now, I'm not going to do... I was going to say I'm not going to do inserters to take stuff off of this line, but that's kind of silly. So I probably should, but I am going to take all this coal, because I need to fill these. Alright, so we have lots of iron plates now. I'll go fill this one for like a little bit here. Good. 114 iron plates, alright. So what we need to make is another drill. And a lot of belts. So crafting in your inventory is pretty slow, and in the next episode, let's see, is that the next episode? Yes, it is. The next episode we will talk about automation more. This is only basic stuff here. And this thing is already filled up again here. But that's fine. We're going to need a absolutely massive amount of resources. Actually, we're just gonna go right for it here. So, let's talk about some logistical type things here. So, there's varying schools of thought about how to deal with stuff like this. Some people say, oh, well, I want my iron to be in my iron smeltery area, and I want my copper to be in my copper smeltery area, etc., etc. That's up to you. I like to have everything in one pile, essentially. I think it makes the smeltery area, or the cooking area, whatever you want to call it, a little more compact, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Now you can see that I'm going to need, let me just make an inserter here, because this is going to take forever. And an iron chest. I don't have any coal. Snag some coal. Now, this is going to take forever, but it will eventually catch up. You could have two of these going into two different chests, and I might have to do that in the future, but for now, we'll just let them do what they need to do. So, yeah, some people would make this area their iron area, and then basically duplicate all that stuff over here into a copper area, or up here, or over there, or wherever. I like to have all my raw, kind of like ores, being processed in one area, and then from the output of that, you know, just deal with it from there out. So we don't have a lot of copper plates, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, so we can make an offshore pump. Which we will put up here. And then we'll make like 20, oh crap, I didn't want to do that. How do I cancel? Shift. So I'm going to make 2 boilers and 2 steam engines. Actually, do I want that over here? No, I don't. Alright. Offshore pump. Let's see. Pipe. I'm going to make all of the pipes. I will also need more iron plates. Help this system catch up a little bit. These burner inserters are super slow and super dumb, so we're gonna move. We have the technology to move past this, so we'll do that shortly here, and that's what we're working on right now. So, let's see. We need another burner drill and a few of those inserters. Actually, a few more. All right. So let's take some water over here. All right. So. Actually, I'm getting kind of a little ahead of myself here, but that's fine. We kind of combine the two previous episodes. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get electricity. And that is accomplished with these little steam generator guys. Or steam. Actually, yeah, steam engine, excuse me. So, let's see. We need one of those, one of those. Oops. This is also a little convoluted, but that's fine. So let's get this system going here. We only need one coal in each of these. And this whole thing will just feed itself. 1,700 coal, that's plenty for what we're looking for here. And we also need about 10 electric poles. So, electricity is made with steam. So you can see here that each of these pipes is filled with water. The temperature is 15, I would assume 15 degrees Celsius. I could be wrong. Boiler here will do exactly that. It will heat up the water. And you can hear that little flame sound. I love that. And eventually, when this one fills up with coal, and they do actually use quite a lot of coal, so be aware. I think it holds 5 internally. And then the next one will fire. I think we only need 2. I think that's right. I don't know. I love that sound. Alright, so now, put a power pole here. Yeah, so I think that should do it. Alright, so this is a basic power setup here. Eventually, you can do these pipe to ground things. It basically enables you to, you know, because you can't walk through here and there's no jumping in this game. So, pipe to ground, well here, I can just demonstrate it. If you click 1, that is a pair. So what we can do here is break a whole bunch of this. And it's actually quite a ways, I think, if I remember right here. So yeah, it just enables you to, you know, make a little walkway here. We're going to need a lot of power plants. I don't recall how much these produce. Maximum power output, 510 kilowatts. Alright, so, but that is assuming that you're at max performance, and that's really hard to do. So, the reason why we're not doing anything, or why it's not producing anything, is because we don't have anything to run. So let's make an electric inserter. And let's run some electrical wires over here. Let's replace this. So now we're producing electricity. Let's change this to 10 minutes, 1 minute, excuse me. If you do 5 seconds, I mean, you're just going to get these little pulses because that's how, you know, that's how fast the inserters work, and they only use electricity, of course, when they're on operation. This is actually really a cool, I mean, you know, this is legitimately what a power graph would look like, so it's actually really cool. These are faster than the regular inserters, or the burner inserters. I don't know that it actually tells you. Yeah, energy consumption 180 kilowatts, that's not right. So yeah, those are electric inserters. They don't require coal. In fact, we're going to make a whole bunch of those because we'll need them. However, they do need electricity. Sorry, I sneezed again there. Let's see, how is this supposed to go here? Must be like that. There we go. For now, we'll just leave these because there's a supply of coal here. That's fine. Oh, okay, so these ran out of coal. So let's move on to the next stage here. And make an electric mining drill. Take these out. I'm actually way ahead of myself compared to my previous episodes that I had made in error. So electric mining drills are just that. Now what you'll notice here is this green area is the area in which it mines. So it mines a huge area. So we can do stuff like this. And they're significantly faster. And in fact, eventually we're going to need a whole bunch of these, but for now we'll just do that one. And actually we will do this. So for power poles, if you start here, click and hold, it will give you the like it didn't work, but then you just drag it across. And this is how you make long strings of power poles. So let's make another one of those electric drills. Yeah, so you can automate this and have them made for you. They are, I mean, they're not super resource hungry, but, you know, they're not cheap. So... Did I put that the right way? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. With their mining area, they actually can mine underneath... I think they can mine underneath transport belts, which is... kind of weird, but whatever. Alright, so we have one copper production area and one iron production area. Some leftover copper cables, that's fine. So you can see here that performance is pretty good. Temperature is at 100. You will get the max performance when the temperature is at 100, which is, I would assume, 100 Celsius, which is boiling. And actually, that's not true. It, you know, it's more efficient to have higher pressure, higher temperature steam. But whatever. This isn't a physics simulator. All right, so let's steal some more of that. Got a bunch of those. Let's see, what are we at here? 14 minutes. We can do something else. Let's do the lab. Lab is where you do research. And I'm actually way ahead of myself. I have a little note behind me on my whiteboard about what I'm supposed to be talking about here. We're way ahead of time. Way ahead of schedule, but that's fine. We will do a better job here. We're going to need to upgrade this because we're going to need approximately shitload of resources. Alright, so a lab. Let's put the lab over here. Should we put the lab over here? We'll put the lab over here. Alright. Research. So, click on the lab. Looks like some crazy, weird hippie dome or something. So we got these different science packs. I call them research goo. And then different modules. Those modules are way further down the line. And then a typical progress bar and an output, etc. So if you hit T, the letter T, this is where all your research comes into play. And then it gives you how many science packs or how many goos you need. They are under intermediate products. So you can make them by hand, but oh boy does it take forever. And you can notice down here it takes a long time to make these. So luckily you can move around while you're crafting stuff, but you definitely don't want to just sit around and craft these things all day. So actually the first research is automation, which makes an assembly machine and then this long-handed inserter. So we're going to be making a lot of those automation machines because it's impossible to play this game without them. So are we done with oh, not quite. And this setup here will be drastically changed. We're going to make it much bigger than this, but for now this is a good enough start. So. And actually the single inserter is kind of keeping up pretty well, so that's fine. You can see these drills take a fair amount of power, you know, 90 kilowatts. I mean, compared to the inserters, it's a lot, but, you know, each one of these engines is 500 kilowatts, so, meh. These things, when you get enough of these going, it does take a lot. Okay, so we have 10 goo, so dump it in there, and let's hit the go button. Now, actually, I should make 2 of these. And take half of those out. I'll probably be done by the time I can build another one of these stupid things, but that's fine. I think we found in previous games that making about 6 of these, I think, works the best. It's anything more than that, it's really hard to make enough resources to take advantage of more. And when you have a research configured, it will automatically just start. So as long as you have the goo for it, it will work. And actually, this is I would say one of the hardest parts about single-player game is logistically getting all this crap together to make all these different kinds of goo, because some of these researches, you need all 4 of these. Well, that means you need to have, you know, generally what I do here is I make a ring of belts, leave just 1 space in between, and obviously there's a stupid, yep, congrats, there's a stupid pole in the way here, but then you just make a ring of, can I make more? Oh yeah. You know what? Let's make all of them. Make a ring of belts around here. Yep, just like that. So then what you do is you have some inserters. Well, I don't have any resources now, but that's fine. You can have the goo spinning around in a circle here. And in fact, we can make a second ring because we'll need it eventually, but I'm not going to do all of it now. It is nice to kind of mock up, you know, like how much space you're going to need, because space is really going to be, I mean, you wouldn't think about it zooming out, but trust me, space is going to be an issue, and getting items to where they need to be is the most difficult part. So, yeah, so now we have some more options in here. Assembling machine, and this long-handed inserter. I always call them long-handed inserter. So that's I think a good end to this episode as well. In the next episode, we'll cover more of the automation aspects. I will also probably make the smelting area a little more efficient. I think, one of the next researches will be logistics, which will give us underground belts, which are just like those underground pipes, but for items. Fast inserters, which are really handy. They're also really expensive. And then the splitter, which is, well, just as it says, splits incoming conveyor belts cargo 1-to-1. So it's 1 input and 2 outputs, and it just, it enables you to kind of spread out items. So like here for coal, if we had, you know, what I could technically have done, if they were available, is this single line of coal I could have split off into another line going over here to this area. And we probably will end up doing that because, well, actually, you know what? No, these are self-sufficient, so we don't even have to worry about that. So that's fine. So yeah, next episode we'll cover all that stuff, and I think that's good. I think that's a good end. So thanks again for watching. This is Doofus K, and we will see you in the next episode.